Hey everybody, GT here from GT's Barbecue. Today I'm going to do a little review and give you my first impressions on my Blackstone air fryer griddle combo. I've had this thing, I guess, about a couple of months now. I've probably done 30 cooks on it. I will admit I'm an old barbecue guy. I've been doing barbecue 25 plus years and I'm fairly new to the griddle game, but I did find it was easy to pick up. And it won't take you very long before you're cooking things your family will be amazed by. So I also think I'm going to go over some of the accessories I picked up and kind of give you my thoughts on those as well. So stay tuned. I'll be back here in a second and we'll go over this thing. So the first accessory that I want to cover is the cover. This griddle has shelves that will fold down on both sides, so it can accommodate a smaller cover than this. But I really liked this one because I can put it on with the shelves in the upright position, and it's really easy to take on and off. It's really high quality, so I'm really happy that I picked this particular one. It's really easy to take on and off. I just have a couple of adjustment straps here. You can cinch them up to help with the wind. Take the other side off. So whenever I want to use it, I just take it from one end, fold it over like so, grab the other side, bring it up and over, and then just lift it off and put it on one of my other grills. So it's really convenient, really easy. Again, these do fold down, but I don't know. I find it kind of handy to just leave them up, but it does take a pretty big footprint if you're going to do it this way. So you want to make sure you have room. Another thing I like about this griddle is it has this shelf space under there. And this is just a little Rubbermaid roughneck plastic bin that I picked up. It fits perfectly under there. And I really like this because I can keep everything I need to cook with outside, and it's protected from the elements. So what I keep in here are things I find I use often but not always. So I have an extra large burger flipper spatula. I have some pre-cut parchment paper sheets that you can pick up. I have some towels here that are essential to use when you clean this thing. I am going to do a video on cleaning it pretty soon. But these things are inexpensive, they don't ball up, and I just put them in a bucket of water, wash them, and reuse them. There are some disposable drip pin, little foil containers that I like to use. This thing's easy to clean out, but that's kind of handy. Burger smasher. Handy to have. Got some breakfast rings, of course some tongs, and I really like this thing. I picked it up. This is a taco holder. It's part of a kit. You set this down on the griddle and then it actually gets warm and can prep and can get your tacos started, your shells started while you're cooking the meat. So I really like this thing. It's real easy then to put the tacos in and then fill them right on here. And then I usually just keep some rubber gloves. So that's the basic setup I have that I keep under the griddle down on the shelf. And I do have one other thing I like, and that is this little caddy. I picked this up at a local store called Sportsman's Warehouse. I'll put a link down below for it. But it's really handy for, I have some water, I have some oil, I have my ever-present salt, pepper, garlic mix. I have a heat gun, so I can test the temperature of my griddle. And then a scraper. This is not just a paint scraper that you would go down and buy at Lowe's. This is actually a food grade scraper that I bought online. If I can remember where I got it, I'll put the link for that down below. It has handles, so it's easy to take with you. And I find this to be really, really handy. So when I'm done with my cook, I just put this down here along with the accessory bin. It all covers up and it really works well. So this particular model has a rear grease management system, and this is the drip pan that sits underneath it. You may notice that I keep it out because sometimes this is going to get a little bit of grease or water or whatever in it. And I had an experience that when I went to take my cover off, it actually pulled this loose and spilled on the patio. So I just take it off every time I'm done, put it in here, no big deal. And then when I go to start, it's very simple. It just hangs like so. And another thing you'll notice is the distance I have from the wall. I keep this here all the time. I have it leveled so I don't have to pull it in and out. And you need to have room so the lid will open. And I find that makes a perfect amount of space, so it's easy to reach back here and get that thing on and off. Now a little bit about the griddle itself. As you already noticed, it has a top. This is really nice to put down. For one thing, it's nice when you're steaming. So you can just close this lid up, and it also helps keep the food protected while you cook. And one other accessory I did get was this large steaming lid, and it's designed to fit all the way across, so you can put a large amount of potatoes or veggies or whatever you want, put that on there, give it a little squirt of water. So that thing's pretty cool. The other one, the round one I have, it's not a Blackstone, it's just a lid I had from a wok, but it works really well as well. So the griddle itself, 4 burners, each one has its own independent igniter. So I can turn all of these on, hit one button, and they all 4 light. Turn them off, or I can light them one at a time individually. The air fryers have its own controller, and it does require power. So there's a power cord down below, and the only thing that power cord does is run the fan that circulates the air. So this turns on, adjusts your temperature, and you're good to go. It has 3 pretty big baskets. So you can put French fries in one side, which I've done, tater tots in the other. So these 2 are air fryers, and this one is a warming tray. And I find that to be handy for pancakes. So if I'm cooking pancakes, I want to keep them warm, they stay in here, or rolls or anything that you want to keep warm. These have a little removable bottom. Easy to clean. All you do to clean them is loosen these 2 nuts, and this just comes off and goes right in the dishwasher. So it's very simple to do. Tighten them back up. Obviously you want to wait till that's cooled off. So this thing has a large capacity air fryer potential, nice warming tray, individual lighting burners, and I really like the size. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. They have a lot of sizes, a lot of prices. I really like to be able to keep one side off while I have the other 3 burners on. So as you cook, you can move the food over to the cool side and it just stays warm. So that's pretty handy. And again, the shelves both fold down. So that's pretty much it. As far as my overall review, 2 thumbs up. I absolutely have used the air fryers. I've had some comments about, do you really use those? Is it really worth it? Well, if you want to cook fries or something at the same time you're doing your burgers, or I've done biscuits while I cook eggs, yeah, it's really handy to be able to have everything contained outside at once. And it's amazing. It's just the food comes out restaurant quality. You can do breakfast, you can do lunch, you can do dinner. I'm still a grill guy. I always will be. Depending on the kind of protein I'm going to cook or the time I have, those are the go-to grills for me. But this thing in your arsenal is incredible. You add this to something else and there literally is nothing you can't cook. Highly recommend it. Big thumbs up. If you're so inclined while you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and like and leave a comment. If you have any questions, if you want me to go over something, leave it down below and I'll get back to you. So as always, stay safe. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.